Okay, the first video I want to show you guys is just so that you know where to line up, what you're looking at, and what happens based on where the ball goes, so you'll know exactly where you need to fit. The first guy we'll look at is the nose guard. You line up right, you find the guy that's going to snap the ball, that's called the center, and you line up right in front of him. Make sure that you're not over the ball off sides, but the nose guard will be right on top of the center. The two tackles, you're going to count two guys to the right of the football. So the guard's the first guy, the tackle's the second guy. So the defensive tackle lines up right in front of the offensive tackle, and we do this on both sides. So the count 1, 2, and tackle's going to line up over the tackle. 1, 2 to the left, and this tackle will line up over that tackle. The defensive end, you're the last guy on the outside edge of the line of scrimmage. So the defensive end, you're going to count 3 guys to the right, and you're going to get outside of that guy. Make sure that your shoulder, inside shoulder, is outside his outside shoulder, and that's where you line up. The two linebackers. The two linebackers here, you're going to be about 3 yards behind the nose and the tackle, and right in between them, where you're lined up, where your inside shoulder is lined up on the outside shoulder of the second guy over, which we call the guard. Alright, so this linebacker, his inside shoulder will be lined up on that guy's outside shoulder, about 3 yards deep. That's the second guy over. We call him the guard. So the nose is on the center, the tackles are on the tackles, the two linebackers are 3 yards deep, and they're back here on the guards, and the defensive ends, you guys line up where you are outside and clearly outside the third guy over, which is what we call the tight end. Okay, the corners. You guys are always going to be wider than the widest guy on the field, and you're going to be a little bit deeper than the linebackers. Safeties, you guys will always line up over the tight end, looking right at that tight end, and you're going to be about 10 yards deep. Now, what we want to look at is the next thing we want to talk about is what do you look at. The 3 down guys, the tackle, left tackle, the nose, and the right tackle, you guys just either stunt where we tell you, or you're going to hit the guy in front of you and try to hit him, get rid of him, and then find the football. Okay? The two defensive ends, the first thing you're going to do is get up the field behind the line of scrimmage, and you stay outside. You keep everything outside. So you're going to get up the field, and you're going to look, is anything coming to you? If it is, you go hit it and stay outside. The safeties, you look at the tight end. If the tight end blocks, you come up and help us run. If the tight end goes out for a pass, you guard him. Corners, you guys look for reverses. So you're going to line up outside the widest guy, and you're going to be watching, are they running or are they throwing, and then you're going to be looking for reverses. All right, now we're going to take a look at what happens if they run to our right. So the quarterback will take the ball and head this way. He's going to hand it to somebody going this way. So when this happens, here's how we're all going to fit. The defensive end comes up the field and makes sure that nobody gets outside him. The safety, when he sees somebody block, when he sees a tight end block, he comes up and he's extra. The linebacker, if it's coming to your side, then you're going to step and just find the football and go to the ball. The nose guard, you're free to go to the ball as hard as you can. If you're on the side of the ball where they're running it to, so for example, right here, if you're on the right-hand side of the defense and they're running to you, it's actually pretty simple. You are free to go get the ball. Go get the ball, get wherever you need to be, as long as the end stays outside and turns everything up so that nothing gets outside him. The corner, you stay outside, until you see that it's turned up, and then you're free to come in and help after it's cleared the line of scrimmage. Okay? As long as you two guys stay outside, everybody else is free to go get the ball wherever it is. Now, safety, when you come up, if this ball does bounce outside, then I expect you to chase and get outside and go get it. But these guys should turn it in. The linebacker will be free. The safety will be free. These guys beat your guy and come chase the ball down. If we do that right there, we'll have plenty of help to stop the ball at the line of attack. Plus, on the backside, when the ball goes away from you on the backside, this tackle, he's still hitting his guy, getting rid of it, and then he just chases the football. But this linebacker is now totally free. He takes a step back, looks to the other side to make sure that there's not a reverse coming, or that there's not somebody that he doesn't see somebody pulling or something like that. And if he doesn't see that, he takes one step back, and then he goes and bails off as an extra helper on the other side. So now here's an extra person. Now this is where it gets where we've got to be very disciplined. So if it goes to the right, the tackle, the linebackers, and all of these guys over here are free to go to the ball as long as the end and corner stay outside. But the key to this is when the ball goes to the right, these three guys over on the left, they cannot get too excited. They've got to stay disciplined. And these three guys right here are key to making sure that we don't get beat on a reverse. So this end, what you've got to remember is if the ball goes away, you stay. So when you see the ball going over here, you don't know that at first, so you're coming up here across the line of scrimmage and you're looking in the backfield, and when you see the ball has gone away from you over here, you just stay put. Stay put. And just stay there. Don't worry about anything going away, because we're going to keep you there in case they run a reverse. If the ball goes away, you stay. And you never let anything outside you, not a blocker, not a ball carrier, nothing. You stay outside of anything that's over there. If the ball goes away, you stay there and don't let anything outside you. Corner. If the ball goes away, you're going to just take a couple of shuffle steps and sit down in here right behind about where the tackle would have been, and you're looking for what if there's a reverse coming back with an end coming around, or maybe this other back is going to hide for a second and then fake coming back, and so there's there. So if that happens, now you and the corner and the end are going to be responsible again for making sure nothing comes outside. The safety, when the ball goes away, you stay deep, and you're going to shuffle to about behind where the linebacker was, and you're looking in here. You're watching this other side for, are they running a reverse or not? Also, the safety, you're going to stay deep, because if they fake something and then throw it down in the middle of the field, you're going to be an extra helper, because if the first thing you're doing is seeing, does this guy block or go out for a pass? If he goes out for a pass, you guard him. But if he's blocking and it's away from you, then you're coming to the middle of the field, and you're our backup in case they snuck something by us, like on a deep pass. Then we've got help to go pick off that ball and stop those kind of play action right there. Once you three guys have seen there's not a reverse, okay, you are then free to go chase the ball and be an extra player to help us get anything stopped. If the ball goes the other way, the same rules work. Okay, the end is still getting up the field and stays outside. So if the ball's coming this way, quarterback takes the ball and brings it over here. All right, the end stays up, gets up the field, and doesn't let anything outside him, no matter what. The corner, he stays wider than the widest man, does not let anything outside him no matter what. The safety, he is still looking at the tight end. Okay, if the tight end blocks, then the safety comes up and he helps go get the ball wherever it is. These 5 guys right here, they are always free to find the football. If they see it coming this way, then you're free. You go get the football wherever it is. You 3 guys up front with the tackles and the nose, you hit your guy, get rid of your guy, and then go to the football. You 2 linebackers, you're a little bit deeper, and when you see it go one way, you go get it. That's just so at the point of attack, it should be more than covered. That brings us to our 3 guys on the back side. So when it doesn't come to you, you 3 guys on the back side have got to be disciplined. The end still comes up the field and stays wider than the widest, and when the play goes away, he just stays. The safety, when the play goes away from him, he shuffles to the middle of the field and stays deep until he sees it's not a pass. Once he sees it's not a pass and it's not a reverse, he comes and helps us finish the play off. The corner, he shuffles over behind the tackle, just a couple of shuffle, taking his time, and just sits there because you 2 guys, the corner and the end, are going to make sure that no reverses kill us. And if something does come back on a reverse, you 3 guys go get it. Once you see it's a reverse, you go get it as hard as you can.